and I'm gonna run my opponent all the way onto their back. This is best case scenario. But a lot of the times, despite you doing everything right, you know, the distance is right, you know, your level change, your penetration step, some people, they just like, you know, they spring like so well and they react so well, it just happens. You get counter on or you get sprawled on, you're still gonna end up on the floor, you know, head down. Now, because I'm here, so as I said, I shoot, and then Bryony sprawls on me, right? And she's stuffing my, as I said, she's stuffing my head down here. So here is no point of me trying to fight this way because I'm literally just gonna burn myself out. So from here, as I said, I try as much as possible to bring this leg as close as I can. I'm not gonna fully bring it down here because it will be impossible. Her leg is stronger than my arm. So very likely I'm only gonna be able to bring it just a notch towards me. And now as she's stuffing my head and she's countering me, this is the best time for me to react. So I'm just gonna, instead of fighting against her, I'm just gonna go with what she's giving me. So I'm just gonna go this way. So I'm gonna circle, 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 jump over all the way to the other side and put my opponent onto their back. So this move, as I said, it works very well. If we come here one more time. So this move here, it works very well when I get my head stuffed and I'm getting counter here, look, like this. So when I get in counter, now it works. So I'm just gonna block, tilt this way, and then I'm just gonna come over the other side. And it works. It works very, very well. But I need my opponent to literally stuff me down there, be focused on my head and, you know, breaking my posture, and then it works. Because all his, as I said, all his or her weight is here. He's so focused on getting this leg back that I'm just gonna collapse them and go the other way and still score, all right? If you run into someone who's been wrestling for a bit and such, and you don't address few things, you're gonna run into a problem because you're gonna be circling them, they're gonna be hopping on one leg until they can manage to kick the other leg back, they're gonna start to sprawl, you're just gonna burn a lot of energy. By the time you bring them down to the floor, you're gonna run into a problem, all right? So ideally, I want to cut the corner and make sure Alex's, you know, foot, the far foot, the far leg, doesn't move. I want him to plant that foot. So both my weight and his weight has to be on that foot so he can't, I want it to stick to the floor. So as I said, I'm here, I'm you know, the right distance, as I said, you know, within an arm and such. You may be able to shoot from here. Again, if you are very athletic, very fast, very explosive, you may be able to. Myself, if I shoot a double leg, I need to make sure I'm here. I'm as close as I can, so I know for sure I'm gonna take someone down with double leg. So I'm gonna lower my stance, I'm where I should be. Now I'm gonna go heel, toes, knee. I'm gonna do my penetration step. I'm gonna bring myself into the move here. I'm gonna connect, all right? Let's turn you this way, Alex. Let's turn you this way. So I'm here, I connect. I connect with Alex. I'm nice and deep. Now, as I said, I want this leg to come up as high as I can, but I want this leg to stay there. So I want both my weight and his weight on that leg. Now, if I grab here under his butt, very likely I'm gonna start running into a problem because he still has his lower leg, you know, he's from knee below to hop on and move around. So ideally I want this leg to plant and then this leg to come up and both our weights, my weight and his weight, to be on this leg. So myself, I just literally put my arm down. So I don't grab, I don't do anything. I just literally do this with my hand. I literally just leave it down there. I don't bring it up. So I connect. As I said, when we do double leg, our body will do the move. The arms are only there to support us. So my body now, my upper body and my legs as I'm coming up is gonna take Alex down. Now my hands are only there to support me. So as I said, I'm coming in, I'm bringing all my energy in, all right? I'm connecting with my chest, boom. Now, my arm goes down here, all right, like this. I'm not doing anything with it. As I said, I'm just literally planting that there behind Alex's leg. I'm coming up, and as I'm coming up, this leg comes as high as possible, and then Alex literally won't be able to move his leg anymore. Start running him down. I'm gonna put him on the floor, I'm gonna put him on his back.